Welcome back to the garage here at Basin Motorsports. Today we're going to do a little bit of product demonstration and comparison for LED headlights, because there's always a question of who makes the best LED headlight, because there are a lot of them out there. So today I have two different brands. They are the same model number going in the same type of vehicles, so we'll have a direct comparison of A to B. This is going to be the Bosla Bullet B1s, and the second is going to be the Ice Kits Classic S1. Now these are both meant to be a 9006 or a 9006 part number replacement. They're both going to go in each of our Suburbans. Alright, so what comes in the Bosla kit? You have three decals, obviously the top of the cover, the base. You have your two lights, and they have a built-in adapter harness, which is very nice. You don't have to worry about that. These are the 9006 again, and then it does have a product manual describing how to install it and some of the features of it. Okay, so in the Ice Kits now what you're going to see is that, again, very similar box. You have your lights in there. Now they actually give you 4 in their kit versus the 2 in Bosla. You have a user's manual. Theirs is actually packaged or shrink wrapped around it. Their seat. You have some information on the 1-year warranty. You also have a key ring here, and they give you some gloves to make sure that you don't transmit oils off your fingers onto the bulbs themselves. Alright, so since on the 2003 Chevy Suburban all I'm going to change is just the low beam, that is the 9006, which is this bulb here. So in order to get it out, I just need to twist, remove the bulb out, set it aside, grab the new one, put the other one in its place, twist, until it's in there solid. Now you can see it does have a pigtail, which makes it a little bit easier to connect, especially trying to go into the back of the bulb. Same fitting, so now all I can do is just take this, put it right back in the truck. Alright, so on the Chevy headlamps you have two different bulbs. You have a high beam and a low beam. On the Ice Kits they come with both high beam and low beam on the kit that I have here. Now they are marked, so you can see there are tags on them that mark them as a 9005 bulb or a 9006 bulb. So as you take one out of your housing, whether it's high or low, high is a 9005, low beam is a 9006. As you take it out, you can just replace it with the exact number. And twist it out, take the old one out. Now the cool thing I like about this, you can take the bulbs, put them right back in the case where they came out of, keeps them safe. So on these, you have 2 wide tabs, 1 small tab. Simple as the OEM, put it in, and twist. Now the old bulb is just as easy, taking out, put it in the old case, keep it safe. And again, it drops in place, twists in place, and then you have your 2 pigtails. Alright, so when you look at them side by side, one thing you're going to notice is that they are very similar in design. I mean, they're obviously the same replacement bulb that goes in either a 9005 or 6, but they're about the same size, approximately. You can see the Ice Kits is a little longer. It is a compact design on both. So you got basically a base on both with fins. Both have a fan in the back to keep them cool. Both have an O-ring, and just a little bit different on the LED, where you have kind of a wafer here. This one has more of a housing. The length on the wiring harness, a little bit longer on the Bosla. The Ice Kits has a rubberized coating across it, and the Bosla has more of a kind of like a, I guess a mesh you would call it. Ice Kits has a part number on it, the Bosla does not, but again, this is just when I got this has high and low beams in this kit. This is just the single low beam, so not a big deal. They are very comparable in both respects. Now with both bulbs installed in each of the vehicles, one thing we need to look at is how the vehicles start out. So this is looking at the halogen low beams in each truck. What you'll notice is that it has clear view ahead of you. It's a yellowish bulb, and you can't see out to the periphery very well. Now on each truck, when you switch over to the LED low bulbs, what you'll notice is that you now have a clear white distinct light in front of you. You can also see out to the periphery on each with a much brighter view in front of you. Until you lay them side by side, where you have your halogen on your left and your LED low beam on the right, you really see the difference. The halogen on the left, again, the periphery is not very clear. You can start to see a much better picture on the right-hand side of the LED low bulb. Much clearer, much more distinct in front of you. You can tell the difference in colors between the road and the green shrubs, and it's just a much better view on the right-hand side for both vehicles. With one kit also including the high bulbs, we'll also look at the high bulb. So this is the halogen high bulb. Much better view, much brighter obviously because it's a high beam. You can see further out, but again, the clarity on the color distinction between the road surface, the shrubs is not that great, especially into the trees. When you switch over to the 6500K white bulbs for each on the LEDs, the periphery is much better lit. You can see further out because it's a brighter bulb, usually 200 to 300% brighter than the halogens. And you can also see clearly the road is gray versus the shrubs, which are green. And lastly, you can see the comparison between the halogen high beam and the LED high beam. So halogen on the left, the LED is on the right. You can clearly see kind of a yellowish out of halogen, the white crispness of the LED high beam on the right. You can see further with the LEDs because they are brighter, but it's a much better view because you can see details better. So as you see the products side by side and the function of them, you notice that they're equally comparable to how much light output they put out. They're both in the 6,000 to 6,500K range of white, and they both absolutely work. So knowing they do work, the next question is always, well, how much do they cost? So just expect to spend between whatever brand you like better, approximately $50 or less per set of bulbs. And if you're going to do both highs and lows, which is 4 bulbs, expect to spend $100 or less. So which one do I like better out of the ice kits or the Bossla? That one's going to be a tough choice. Both of them were easy to install. Both of them have a 1-year warranty. Both are rated for 30,000 hours of use. And I expect they will probably outlast the trucks that I put them in. So with that, I'm going to say, which one's better? Let's call it a tie. Absolutely good function, good price point, a good warranty. So is it going to be the better for you, one or the other? It's most likely to depend on your situation and the price point for your vehicle alone. If you want to check out both, I have put links down in the description to both product pages. Now, Bossla did give me a discount code if you wanted to buy through them. Ice Kits has not yet, but if they come back and say, hey, throw a discount code out there for you guys, I'll put them down both in the description. Otherwise, go check them out, see what you like. I recommend both. They're both doing very well for us, and see you next time.